Okay, what's up, YouTube? It's the Grand Warlock. So today I've decided we are going to be hunting shiny Mewtwo. So this is the first shiny hunt that I've done. Probably be doing this kind of thing weekly. I hope, like maybe every Friday or something like that. But I won't have time to do it like more than once a week, probably. But yeah. So it says Mewtwo. So it says I'm shiny hunting Mewtwo. I will be shiny hunting Mewtwo, but if I have time at the end, I'll probably hunt another legend, either another legendary or Tropius. There's a Tropius in Pokepalago that I've had for a really long time, and I'm trying to I kind of want to get a shiny one. I'm pretty sure that if I save the game before I go to Pokepalago, I can shiny hunt it. But that's besides the point. So let's just get started, I guess. I hope it won't take too long. Um, I know, like, usually it does take a pretty long time, but I am not the most patient one when it comes to shiny hunting. Um, so most people keep track of their encounters. I'm really not. I don't really like to keep track of encounters. It takes up a lot of time. So probably won't be doing that, but I'll definitely be pretty happy once I see it, but I won't be keeping track of encounters if it's like any more than say 10 or 20. So let's get this show on the road. Okay, hold up. I need to fix something. Right, so it moved around a lot. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to move this out of the way. So the camera starts moving around. It's because, and I'm also going to move my DS over a little bit. Let's move this one more time. Let's have this right here. And let's see. I don't know what the heck is the problem here, but oh, okay, that'll work. But I screwed up and I accidentally soft resetted. So sorry that took so long. Had to change the camera around because I could not see the screen right. Um, so yeah, let's move this and focus again. There. All right. So hopefully, um, I can find this within the next maybe hour or so. I don't really want it to go any longer than that. Because I have to go somewhere important tomorrow. So I hope it doesn't take too long. And of course, now my thing needs a charge. Okay, so let's just bring the charger over here. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, whatever, I'll charge it later. Given that this thing doesn't die, um, while I'm doing this. So, I can already see where this is going. I'm going to be doing this for like hours on end, and I won't be able to find anything. Or I might end up having to like take the video down because I might, something might happen. I don't know what, but who knows? As long as nothing like insanely significant happens, I should be set. This would be my first shiny legendary. I never really get shiny legendaries, mainly because I don't really bother to hunt them. If I did, I mean, because my brother, he doesn't like to shiny hunt that much. I like shiny hunting, but I like it whenever it's quick. I don't like it whenever it's like this drawn out thing. That's why, like, when it comes to X and Y, I can't shiny hunt in those games because it just takes too long. So, this would be so much more convenient if you could use the D-pad. So, I'm going to hopefully be able to, and I want to use this thing in competitive. That's another reason why. That's why I have, that Ralts up in the front. I have it in the front because I want to get a good nature so I can use it in competitive. So, yeah. Because, again, I never get shiny legendaries. Unless they're from, like, trade or something like that. But I've never, like, legitimately gone out and caught one before. So, I hope that I get a good nature. Because I know Synchronize isn't the most reliable. So, like, hopefully it gives it, like, it has a, what, 50% chance or something? I think that's what it is. So let's just see if maybe we can get, this shiny. You can watch this on the computer. So, sorry, I had to tell my brother something. I hope they make the next main series games on, what's it called? On the 3DS as well. I know they said that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would be the last ones that they made on the, 3DS. But I don't really think so. Mainly because despite them saying it's the last game, I feel like that, the community will get pretty upset if they find out, yeah, this was the last game that they made. I feel like they'll be pretty upset. So, yeah. I hope, like, it shouldn't be the last game, though. I mean, it was a weird note to end it, mainly because they didn't say anything beforehand. Before they made the game, they did not say anything about, this being the last game that they made. What they said is that, well, this is going to be a Pokemon game. That's pretty much what they said. They just gave us the game. They didn't say anything about it being the last game that they made. So, I don't understand why, they would have any reason to make this the last one. Especially since the company was doing pretty good. Like, I don't see any problem with what they were doing. So, they probably it won't be the last game. Who knows? It could be. I really hope it's not, though. Because it doesn't, there's no need to make this the last game. This shouldn't be the last game. I don't want to miss the next main series games, though. And I don't know if you can consider, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I don't know if you can actually consider them main series, because technically, it's not, like, when I think of main series, I instantly think it has to be Pokemon blank, and whatever fills in the blank has to be two games that are complete opposites, and then they can make a third game if they really wanted to. But even then, that's usually like a side game, not exactly like a main series game. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I don't really think that those are actual main series games. I also feel like it's kind of weird. I'm wondering if we're ever gonna get Diamond and Pearl remakes. Like, people have been speculating that for a while, and to be completely honest, I feel like that would be great. I mean, the old Diamond and Pearl games pretty good. I can respect them. Had the right amount of difficulty, towards the end of the game and even in the beginning, and it was pretty fun overall. And it had some great music, especially the piano. But if they made remakes, you could pretty much have all of that stuff and transfer it over to like a more modern type style, which would be great. I feel like they totally needed that extra boost. I mean, they did it with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and those were pretty good. I played one of them, and my brother has the other one, but so yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good games. So why can't they do that with Diamond and Pearl? I'm pretty sure that they can. If not, I guess it would just be like a money issue, which I can totally understand because not all companies make a bunch of money. But I mean, seriously, come on. Like, I mean, I've had ideas for the next games. Me and my friend came up with a couple of ideas. My idea was that we call the next games Pokemon Bio and Techno, where it's pretty much like it's like nature versus technology, and it's like there's not one evil team. It's like Ruby and Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, and Omega Ruby, where they have two teams that are both against each other, but they're also against you because you're trying to stop their ambitions and whatnot, yada yada yada. But I feel like they could use something like that, and the teams. I'm pretty sure this will be the first game that the team actually mimics the name. The teams would be Pokemon Bio and would be Team Bio, Team Techno, which I guess would be good. I mean that could work. But so yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea. Pokemon Techno would have a lot of man-made or Pokemon that are based off of man-made things such as Clink, Bronzor, those kinds of things. And Pokemon Bio would obviously have a bunch of nature-based Pokemon such as Moongus, Trevenant, yeah. So there's ideas. It's just a matter of will they actually take them. And plus, I'm getting sick of all these leaks of new Pokemon games, and then they show Pokemon, and I've gotten pretty annoyed with some of the new Pokemon that they've done. Not because they're bad ideas, but because people keep on posting leaks about the new Pokemon games over and over and over. And those leaks are all fake, as you probably already know. So the leaks are all fake, and whenever you look at it, when you look at it, it's like, okay, so there's these new Pokemon, and we're not even gonna get to play the game. So they're pretty much just throwing ideas out there, hoping that Game Freak will see one of them. And if Game Freak doesn't, that's just getting our hopes up for something that's not even gonna happen. And another annoying thing is that I've seen a couple of videos where people will post leaks of the new Pokemon or something. And what annoys me is whenever they take a photo, or they take footage of somebody playing a different Pokemon game, and they have one of the Pokemon, like let's say it's a new starter. They'll have the new starter look like a Pokemon that already exists, and have that Pokemon that already exists, they'll alter it and make it look different, so that way it looks like the new Pokemon. And since it's all fake, it's like, well, so it's just sad in a way. But who knows? Maybe Game Freak will see one of those leaks one day and actually take it into consideration. But for now, I'm just hoping that the next main series games are on the 3DS, and that the Pokemon look good. I don't want it to be. I'm fine with remakes, to be honest. It's like remakes are great and all, but it's like remakes. What my problem with them is it kind of shows a lack of creativity, because it's like, well, we can't really come up with any more ideas, so let's just So while we try to find more ideas, because clearly 2 years wasn't long enough, while we try to come up with new ideas, let's try to hold everybody over by making a remake of an already existing game. Kind of like with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where it's like, I guess they weren't able to come up with any ideas for these two games. So what they did is they just, after X and Y, they thought we're fresh out of ideas. We're gonna have to wait a little bit before we find some new ones, and so they left. They left us with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, kind of just to hold us over until we found, I guess, more ideas. It works, but I feel like it would be better. I mean, like, if you think about Gen 1, it's like, it's so much cooler whenever you have one main series game, then you go through, and then it's like, alright, I want new Pokemon, and then you get new Pokemon, and sometimes they're based off of ideas that you really like. So yeah, I feel like they should really do something, main series and whatnot, kind of, just to keep and part of it is just to keep the franchise fresh, you know? You don't want to have you don't want your company to have the reputation of, oh look, there goes Game Freak, they're the company that likes to remake games, so that way they don't have to come up with any new ideas. They don't want that, so who knows? But that's way aside the point and whatnot. But yeah, I seriously don't want them to be on the Switch, though. The Switch just seems like it's stealing popularity from other things. It seems like it's stealing popularity from other Nintendo devices and whatnot. But yeah. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes. I think what I'm going to do, instead of basing how long it's taken me to get a shiny off of encounters, I'm going to base it off of how long it takes. So this way, I don't like it to be, mainly because I just don't like counting. I'm fine with counting and whatnot, but I don't really like, wasting my time tallying up how many times I did whatnot, how many times I found it. So instead, I'm going to base it off of how long it is. So whenever the stream, at every 20 minutes, I guess I'll update it, and I'll say how long it took to find the shiny. I'll say how long it's been, and then when I find the shiny, I'll try to mark that amount of time, so that way I'm not trying to tally up or see how many times it took. One thing I will say, this generation did have a bunch of good shinies, though. I mean, if you think about it, although a lot of the shinies that they made in this generation were somewhere along the lines of black or white. If you think about it, I mean, Oricorio, all white shinies except for the fire type one, which is, and it's, alright, this thing is fixing to die. So, I'm gonna have to fix the camera. So, I'm going to let's first see if the charger reaches this far. So, sorry about that. And I'm gonna move everything up. So, if you see the camera doing weird things, there's nothing wrong. It's just that I'm trying to get this thing on the charger without, making anything weird happen. Alright, that works. So, wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought. So, anywho, Palo Sand is, Palo Sand shiny, black. So, yeah, a lot of the shinies were along the lines of black and white, but it's like, I don't know if they did. I don't think they did that to match the tropics, though. I don't think that has anything to do with like the tropical location of Hawaii or anything. I think that's just because they couldn't think of anything else. But I mean, the shinies were pretty cool. Um, I mean, anytime they make new shinies, there's always going to be people who debate about whether or not the shiny's good. Um, I mean, heck, I've seen YouTube videos of literally people arguing about shinies being whether or not they're good and whatnot. Um, I've seen YouTube videos of that. But oh, it's been 20 minutes. All right, so no shiny still. Whatever. But I've seen videos of people like arguing over whether or not the shinies are good. But aside from that, I mean there's always room for improvement. So it's not like people are arguing and it's like, well, at least we can agree that most of the shinies that they make are trash. No, at least people can admit that some of the shinies that they've made are good. So that's a good thing. And this generation is really no exception. So they're not really that much of an exception. Hopefully they keep this trend up and the shinies that they make continue to be good and they're not trash. Cause we've had some pretty bad shinies too in the bunch. I'm definitely not saying that every shiny that they've ever made is incredible. I mean, for crying out loud, we have Togekiss. And if you haven't seen it shiny, then it's either one of two reasons. It's that A, you've never seen a shiny Togekiss before, which makes sense. Or B, you have seen a shiny Togekiss and you just didn't notice the difference. And that's also understandable because they did an awful job on it by they changed its white, like the white color that it was. They changed it to like a really nasty, almost like cream color, I guess. And then they swapped all the blues and the reds. So, I mean, it's hard to notice the difference because a lot of shinies they did that with. But Togekiss is a weird one. But I'm just saying that most of the shinies that they've made are what is the word? I'll just say they're okay and leave it at that. But while there's that, there's also the fact that there's also the shiny lock thing. Like shiny Lunala, probably one of my favorite shinies. I don't like the color so much on shiny Solgaleo though. On shiny Solgaleo kind of looks like shiny Solgaleo. It's like, I get what you tried to do because they wanted to keep the whole thing red. They wanted to keep most of the stuff red through its whole evolutionary chain. But for some reason it just doesn't fit with Solgaleo. But Lunala, it works great, but Lunala's shiny locked. And the only way you can get it shiny is if you hack. I think that's what it is. But regardless, I mean, what's the point of shiny locking things? Because the only thing that I could think of, the reason why they would make something unable to be obtained is if it was too overpowered. And shinies don't do anything to your stats, so why are they shiny locking things? I mean, there's really no reason for it. I wonder if maybe it's because if you think about it, the majority of the Pokemon that Game Freak shiny locks are Pokemon that are embedded into the main story. So I wonder if it has to do with if like they want you to focus more on the story than they do on you trying to shiny hunt it. Maybe it is, but I mean, then what about those generations where there was like barely anything to do after that? I'm not actually sure why they would do it. Why they would ever do anything like that. But I mean, come on, like they didn't have to shiny lock those. In event Pokemon too, they didn't need to shiny lock those. The one Pokemon that I can think of that a couple of Pokemon that I can think of that aren't shiny locked are Pokemon that are shiny locked from like in the event they're supposed to be shiny. I mean I'm talking about events right now, by the way. So either like the event makes them shiny, or it's a Pokemon that isn't legendary. So things like the special Rockruff that you got. By the way, I still haven't evolved that thing. In fact, I think it's at the daycare right now. Maybe I don't know where it is. I think I lost it or something. No, a Magikarp is in the daycare. But maybe it. But maybe I have no clue where it is. But that's besides the point. But that's not shiny locked because you can breed it to get it shiny. I'm not talking about the actual Pokemon you can get shiny. I'm talking about if you were to breed it. So pretty much any Pokemon that you're able to breed that you can get from an event isn't shiny locked because you can breed it. Like Ash Greninja, and the worst part about it is the fact that it's shiny locked. And some of them will always be shiny locked, but it's like they like to tease you and show you the shiny. Like Ash Greninja. That's always gonna be I'm pretty sure that's shiny locked. It might not be shiny locked, but I think there are a couple of Pokemon that like will forever be shiny locked. Like Zeraora. I have a hard time saying that name. That name is weird. But Zeraora. I'll just say it like that, Zeraora. But that thing, they haven't had an event for it still, for some reason. And I don't think they're ever going to shiny lock it. But I don't think... Oh. So, they never had the event. But I don't think that they'll ever, make it able to be shiny. It can't breed, for starters. That's obvious. But, aside from that, I don't think... Yeah, they can't, because I guess they're gonna try to keep it the way that it is, but there's no reason to shiny lock it because, I mean, what's so different about it? It's like, it can't breed, and since it's the one time that you can get it, because after this, they're not having any more events for it, not that I know of. And even then, most of the legendaries that they give out during the events even then, those are typically able to be found shiny some way. Like whenever they gave out Xerneas and Yveltal, I think they gave them away for the first time in X and Y, and I think they might have actually not been shiny, like been shiny locked. But now you can find them shiny whenever. In fact, by the way, that's actually the one shiny that I'm not going to be hunting for. The shiny legendary. That's going to be the one that I don't hunt for, because I accidentally caught it one time. I was going through catching the legendaries and I caught it. So a couple of days, weeks, I don't know, later, I thought about it and I wanted to find, I was looking for Entei or whatnot. And I kept looking for it and I thought I should shiny hunt this thing. So I started shiny hunting it and then I thought about it and I realized, yeah, there's no way I'm going to find this thing with 1 in 4,096 odds. So I went, and that's why I went to the shiny charm. I went to go get the shiny charm. That took forever. The shiny charm, I remember the last Pokemon that I ever caught for the shiny charm, like to officially get the shiny charm, for the first time in my entire life, was actually, shiny... What was it? Oh, it was Tapu Fini. So yeah, if it's in the Pokédex, I'll try to shiny hunt it. But if I've already caught the Pokemon, such as like Poipole or something like that, I'm not gonna shiny hunt it. So don't blame me. It's not my fault. Okay, I've tried, and things don't always work out the way you want them to. So yeah, I won't be able to shiny hunt those things. But anything else that's in the Pokédex, I'll probably be able to shiny hunt. which would be pretty good. No shiny Mewtwo. When I was trying to find this shiny Mewtwo, I was looking for when I was making the thumbnail for this and the title and whatnot. The title I also made I thought that I was going to maybe have time to hunt both Mewtwo and Tropius. So if I have time, at the end of the video, I might have already said this, I'll probably hunt both, Tropius and Mewtwo, which will be pretty cool. I like Tropius a lot. It makes me sad that it's so bad. Okay, sorry, I got some notification on my phone. That's what that buzzing was. But I like Tropius. It makes me sad that he's not very good. Like, at all. If you look him up on Smogon, he's in PU. But one thing I will say about Smogon is that that place I don't think is very reliable. Because they say, a Pokemon is in PU, and most people are instantly going to take that to think this Pokemon is bad. And that's not true. Most of the time, like, a lot of times, it's just because nobody uses it. Which is why most of the other tiers say never used, rarely used, underused, all that kind of thing. It's not because the Pokemon's bad, although sometimes it is. Sometimes the reason why the Pokemon is never used is because the Pokemon's bad. But it's not because they say that. It's not because the Pokemon is bad. It's just because nobody ever bothers to use it. But regardless, Tropius is trash, so don't go using it in competitive or whatnot. And then when somebody asks you, just say the Grand Warlock told you that it's good. No, don't do that. Please don't. Okay, I'll lose subscribers that way. But Tropius, it makes me sad that he's not good because he looks so cool. I think they invest all of their time and money into making Pokemon like Amoonguss good, the literal fungus Pokemon. Or, I mean, that's not its name, but they waste their time making all of these Pokemon that don't look good. They waste their time making them good. And then Pokemon like Tropius, Persian, those kinds of things. Oh no, we'll just leave them to rot, because they're not very good anyways. And again, Tropius kind of deserves it. Tropius, I mean, I've come up with a couple of strategies that are pretty good. And if you EV train it right, he can end up really good. I have one in Pokemon Omega Ruby that's on my team, like for the game, that I think is pretty good. And I could, because I'm decent when it comes to making competitive Pokemon. I'm not bad. I'm not bad at all. But I'm going to see maybe if I can make a new team. Okay, so I thought about it just like a couple of seconds ago about what my next stream was my next episode, next video was gonna be. Not stream, not episode, video. I don't know if I want it to be a Pokemon video. I probably won't do that. I don't really do Pokemon videos very much. I only do shiny hunts mainly because everything else is kind of just dumb blur. I don't really like playing, like, I'm cool with playing through Pokemon games, but only to some extent. I'm not like that kid who's like, oh yeah, let me play through the next Pokemon game, guys. No, I'm not like that. But I think that maybe there's this game that's on the App Store that I kind of did want to play, but it's really annoying. And the problem is, it resembles Pokemon so much that most people won't even notice that it's a game. So that might be my next stream. So if you're watching this video after, like, not while I'm streaming, if you watch this video after, then chances are, then my next video is going to be on whatever I'm talking about right now. But yeah, there's a ton of games on the App Store that I could go through, but some of them I don't like doing. By the way, one suggestion, do not ever ask me to make a Yokai Watch video. I know that probably sounds weird and you're probably wondering what is he talking about. But it's true, don't ask me to make Yokai Watch videos. Yokai Watch is a game that my brother and I we argue about all the time. Simply because I don't like it and he likes it. I don't know what he sees in the game. It resembles Pokemon so much that it makes me think that they tried to be Pokemon and they failed miserably. And yeah, they tried and they didn't. So they probably shouldn't have. They shouldn't have messed like with Game Freak, because they pretty much. If Game Freak would slap a copyright, like they could just slap copyright, which I'm pretty sure they have. They can just like claim copyright on level 5 for stealing their game, and they'd probably get the money. Like that's how similar Yokai Watch is to Pokemon. They could slap a copyright sign on it. And the worst part about it is the fact that Yokai Watch isn't even as popular. Pokemon is the more popular game. Which that's even more annoying, because it makes me think that they actually tried to take the game. But, yeah, I'm probably not, if I ever do a Yokai Watch video, which I probably won't, then, I mean, I don't know, because see, again, Yokai Watch isn't very popular, especially compared to Pokemon or whatnot. It's not very popular. So, I probably won't ever make a Yokai Watch video. But yeah, in the comments, you should just start, asking me what, you should just throw ideas out for me, about what games I should play, what kinds of things I should do on my channel. I'm not really run dry. There's plenty of things that I know I could do. It's just a matter of whether I want to, and thinking of reasons why I wouldn't be able to do them, why I wouldn't want to do them, why I could do them, why I should do them, that kind of thing. Alright, so it's almost been 40 minutes, so I think that in an hour and a half I'll stop the stream. That sounds about good. So, an hour and a half, what time is it now? Right now it is 5:41. So, after an hour, no. So 40 minutes, 20 extra minutes, so right now it's been about that long. So 20 minutes later would be, hold on, let me soft reset. So 20 minutes would be 6 o'clock. So about 7, I think that would be how long it is. No, because, Oh, so it would be about 6:30. Okay, I'll stop at about 6:30. That'll give me time to make a second video, and I can do whatever. So that'll give me a little bit of time. Hopefully we shouldn't find a shiny by then. I might have already said something like this, but if I don't find it in this video, then I'll probably just go on and hunt some other time. I'll hunt some other time, probably next week on the same day. I'll probably hunt Mewtwo again. I think I'll hunt Mewtwo again if I don't find it now. Let's make this up. I'll probably hunt Mewtwo again just because I didn't find it now. And after 3 hunts, so after I've hunted it 3 times, I'll probably stop. I'll probably just hunt it off screen, so that way my stuff isn't going bland and whatnot, and I'll just find something else to hunt. So, cause I want you guys to see a shiny reaction, but sadly I never record whenever I'm shiny. When I shiny hunt off screen, I usually find a shiny. This is one of the few times when that hasn't happened, because I shiny hunted Mewtwo a while ago, and I never found it. This is one of those times where it doesn't happen. It's always with legendaries. I don't... Because the legendary should have the same chance of being shiny as a regular Pokemon that you find out in the grass. So, why am I not finding it? Is it like... It can't be that complicated to give me a shiny Pokemon. But, you know, whatever. So... Okay, I need to... I'm gonna go to Pokepalago right now, just so I can see if I can get... If I can find something. If I can find that shiny Tropius, maybe I can. Maybe I can't, but... Let's go to Pokepalago. There's a bright light. Okay, hold up. Okay, something isn't right. Okay, so change of plans. My Tropius disappeared. Yeah, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. So it turns out I'm not hunting Tropius after all. My Tropius disappeared apparently, just out of the blue. It was there the other day. It's not now. Why isn't it there? No clue. It was there a couple of days ago, so I don't know where it is now. I do not care. Seriously. This Mewtwo must shine during this stream. We must find a green Mewtwo. Oh! Like, we can get a bucket of green paint and splash it on Mewtwo. In a lighter tint of whatever pink it is. I'm pretty sure that Mewtwo is some weird shade of pink. So... Alright. So it's been 40 minutes. Still no shiny. Depressing. Pretty depressing. What this whole thing was all about. And if I don't find one, and there's no shiny reaction, it'll be pretty dull. That's why I do other videos, because if this was all I did, this would probably be the most depressing channel on Earth. So, congratulations, now you know why this is not all I do. Oh, man, you can't even see, you can barely see the health bar. There we go. There you go. Now you can see. Alright. I don't know what happened there that made that happen. Okay. You are? Start now. So, let's hope that this thing shines. We're dumping buckets of paint on Mewtwo. Alright? You guys need to comment dumping buckets of paint on Mewtwo. Wait, that's weird. Never mind. Don't say that. No one say that. Mm. Wait. So, did it mess up? Oh, okay. So depressing. It's been going on for like 45 minutes now. You've got to be okay. That's it. See, this is my problem. I don't like if I'm shiny hunting for any longer than like 30 minutes to an hour on end. Like usually I split the time up, but this right here is just like, what is this? Mewtwo, I'm sorry, but I'm going to need you to shine, okay, Mewtwo? I'm gonna need you to be green. I'm gonna try to find what's. Oh, come on, there's green stuff everywhere. Whatever. I'm going to need Mewtwo to shine. Ugh! Because I want my first shiny that I ever find with a shiny charm that isn't a Floatzel to be you. And Mewtwo, you're crushing my hopes and dreams. You're pretty much saying no. And it's rude. Like really rude. So Mewtwo, I'm gonna need you to shine, okay? Okay? Mewtwo, do we have a deal? Alright, Mewtwo didn't say anything. Which probably should have, because that's rude. Not to say something. So Mewtwo, be the same color as Ralts. I don't know why it took me so long to find out that Ralts was also green. Mewtwo, be the same color as Ralts, please. Please. I'm begging you, be the same color as Ralts. If not, then we'll have a problem. Okay, that's like the third notification now. I think I'm set. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so okay, that's fourth. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to keep track of how many notifications I get while I'm streaming. So that's 4 right there. So that'll give you something to look forward to aside from me finding my green Mewtwo, because we all know what's gonna happen, right? Okay, I think Ralph says yes. So that's my 4th notification. I remember I tried shiny hunting Guzzlord too. I tried shiny hunting Guzzlord a long time ago, and I never did. I never found the Guzzlord. I never found the Guzzlord. One thing I will say though, if my brother was doing this right now, I guarantee you, he'd have found it by now. He would have found it. Like, his luck is insane. His luck is absolutely insane. I remember he's found. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, hold on, you guys. My phone just fell for absolutely no reason. It just fell. Lucky you guys, you didn't miss anything though. There was nothing really to miss. I'm sorry about that. This thing has fallen so many times and whatnot, but yeah, I'm going to try to find a way that's easier to record than this. But for now, you're just gonna have to deal with my phone falling over and over. But let's just try to forget that ever happened. That never happened, okay? So my brother, he has like insane luck when it comes to shinies. I mean, he finds shinies left and right, and it's so weird. He found whatever shiny it was. He found some shiny really quick. No, No, he's found a bunch of random encounter shinies. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, like not Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, regular Sun and Moon, I've never found a single shiny before. He's found 3 of them. He found Shiny Execute, which he never uses, and he evolved actually. Shiny Golduck, which I don't really care much for, just because if Golduck was better, maybe I'd care, but nah, it's just Golduck. And Shiny Gumshoes. I had forgotten his name for a second. Shiny Gumshoes. But I never found a shiny. So he found 3. I'm still looking for my first. Don't know what I want it to be. Because there's not much interesting stuff you can shiny hunt in that gen. So it's almost been an hour of the stream. Okay, so I'm actually considering ending the stream 30 minutes early just because I don't really have much time left. I mean, I'm sorry, but I feel like this stream is a little long and it'll take a while to upload, and I just don't know. Yeah, I'll end the stream at an hour, so an hour and 30 minutes might be a little long. I'm gonna end this one at 30, at an hour. So yeah, so I have about less than 10 minutes left. Just because I can't, I don't think I can keep up small talk for like another 40 minutes. So I shouldn't have sprung this on you, but yeah, I'm gonna end it way early. So hopefully we find it by then. I really hope, because how many soft resets can I average in a minute? In a minute, I want to know how many I can average. So I hope we find this shiny pretty soon, because I really want a good shiny. I'm kind of sad that my Nuzlocke didn't live. If you haven't seen it, you should totally go check it out. It's a pretty hilarious Nuzlocke. I'm not gonna spoil it to you, but yeah, it was eventful and it's kind of sad. I mean, I wanted to continue, and I got cheated out of that battle. That one battle I got cheated out of. And got completely and totally cheated out of that battle. That I should have gotten. I should have gotten something better. Mewtwo does not want to shine. Of course, if I was doing really any other legendary, probably wouldn't have done anything. So. I wonder if there was a 1 in 100 chance of getting it. Because 1 in 100 is not bad. That's a 1% chance. Duh, that's 1%. So, a 1% chance isn't. I mean, it's better than what we have right now. Because right now, this is 1 out of 4,096 in like normally. So then, turns out that it doesn't. The way that the numbers work, it doesn't multiply, it adds. So it's like 3 in 4,096. Not sure how much that would be. Yeah, I'm not sure how much 3 in 4,096 would be. I know that it's some weird decimal, and I also know that the number would end up being it would be 1,000. So it would be like 1 in 1,000 something. It's not gonna be any bigger than like 1,000 something. But but yeah, these odds, I mean, they're not bad odds. So it's a 0.1% chance. It's about a 0.1% chance. And point 0.1, it's not great, but then again, it's not bad. That's like 0.1 is a little less than the chance of you getting a legendary from a free chest in Clash Royale. For those of you who play Clash Royale, of course. If you don't play Clash Royale, then ignore what I just said. But for those of you who do play Clash Royale, chance of you getting a legendary from a free chest is about I want to say 0.157. I don't know why that took me so long to say that, but whatever. So we can average about like 10, maybe more encounters, I think. Because we have to find the encounter that's about like... Okay, I accidentally soft-resetted that. So that was a mistake. I should not have soft-resetted that. And you know, I'm a good kid. So I'm going to admit my mistakes. I'm going to admit my mistakes, but I'm not bragging or anything like that. Okay, I have 2 minutes left. We can average like a couple more encounters. I'm not even going to be specific in how many encounters we have. So, yeah, I want to end this around an hour. So, my brother's watch says 6:01, but I'll just say around 6. Because I feel like this watch is fast. If it's not, whatever. Mewtwo does not want to shine. So, this is sad. Alright. We can do one more encounter. After that, we're done. And I hate to say it, but it's probably not shiny. Is it shiny? Nope. Alright. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of boring, so I'll try to post something more interesting today. But yeah, I know we had some technical difficulties, such as the camera falling over and the notifications, but that's not that big of a deal. So thank you for watching the video. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys later. Maybe today, maybe later today, but probably not. So, goodbye.